here I am. Oh, wow. Turn that off. Hopefully I'll be able to see comments. Hi again. Oh my goodness, 2 days in a row. Okay, I'm not seeing anybody yet, so give it a minute. If you are there, maybe you could comment. Oh, now I see 2 people. Hello, whoever you are. Make sure you comment. Let me know who you are. And then I can personally say hello. But day 2 for me. Whew. Well, it's Paint Pixie. Hi. I don't know. You know, it's funny. It doesn't show me on, oh, let's see. It doesn't show me on my phone who's commenting as Paint Pixie. So whoever it is, hello. Hi, Laura. How are you? It's Jill. Hello, Jill. Whoa. Hi, Jade from North Carolina. So make sure, I love it. Yes. Make sure you tell me where you're from. I myself, in case you've never, if this is your first time, I'm Josie. I'm the owner of Paint Pixie. And I live in Sedona, Arizona. And we're about to get rain again. Yesterday, about this time, we got like a little downpour. It's our monsoon season. So kind of a word of advice. If you ever decide to come to Arizona, like Sedona, Phoenix, August and part of July, it's our monsoon season, so you'll get a lot of rain, or potential rain. But anyway, hello, Jane. So, let's see what we're going to work on today. But before, because I didn't completely finish my pumpkin yesterday, right? It was almost done. And I always start tweaking a little bit. So I know Nicole is going to post this, but I wanted to show you personally how yesterday's project turned out, right? I did the sunflowers using the Swirl Me mold. And then today I added some leaves, and I actually, it's hard to see it in the picture, but I put with like a little bit of glaze, I did the white sand on the petals and on the leaves, and oh, and on the bird, because the white sand's so pretty on top. So that was yesterday's project. I'm going to point the, let's see, I have to flip you. I know, I think this is where Michelle got kind of messed up. It is very hard. That's why you've got to have your computer on. Thank you, everybody, for sprinkling. I'm doing this very, very slow, and I need to turn the camera. And there we go. I'll show you. You know, unfortunately, maybe I have my phone, or not my phone, the holder. I'm trying different angles, and now it's hitting the window. So I'm trying to get it so maybe even if it's at an angle a little more, it's easier for you to see what I'm doing. Alrighty. So now today's project, I am gifting it. So you want to stick with me to the end, because I have no idea what I'm going to do. It could be the last man standing basically with me gets it, or maybe I'll just have somebody, I'll just pick somebody randomly, right? So what I have here, it's a really very small trinket box made out of wood, and I've already base coated it with Marshmallow, our magical chalk paint. And I've got a couple of coats on that, and the reason I decided to get it base coated first is it's, you know, it's raw wood and it just soaks it right in. And then at the last minute, I kind of changed my mind about what I'm doing with it. So I took the little latch off, because what I'm going to do is I want to stencil this Harlequin pattern. And I I want to, I want it to come down. So I haven't decided. Maybe we'll do it around the sides. Maybe even the back. Maybe we'll just do it all. But it's going to be really cute. So make sure you stick with me, because we're going to paint first, and then I'm going to show you how we're doing our next sunflower. Yesterday I did the sunflower with the Swirl Me mold. So I think you're going to love what I'm going to do on this one. So earlier also, I had pulled out this watercolor pencil, and it's so pretty. It's a periwinkle, thinking I was going to use it to draw lines. Originally I was going to make squares, and then changed my mind. I thought this would be so much prettier done in a Harlequin, but I love the color of this pencil. So I did my best to make it get close. I mean, it's a lot, my paint's a lot lighter, which is fine. I probably prefer the lighter. And this is a combination of blackberry cobbler, candy apple, marshmallow, French macaron, and figgy pudding to get this color of periwinkle. All right, so with that said, I think we're gonna get started. And I think what I wanna do, I think maybe just to make it easier on me, I think I'm going to align that like that. Then I can always come down this way. I think that would be the best. So I have a rag here, and I'm going to stencil this on. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Josie, see? Get ahead of myself. No, we're going to paint it solid real quick. And then I think it's going to, I want it to look kind of like a damask tone on tone. So I'm just using, because it's the brush I use to mix my paints, I'm using the little edge. And that's going to be really, really pretty. I think I'm going to leave some of that just like that. Right? Leave some of the white, I think, because although I can come back and sand it if I want. So again, make sure you stick with me to the end, and that's why I do have in the comment or description, because somebody is going to get this from me. Probably should do this like this first. It's, believe me, wait till you see what I have planned. It's going to be so pretty. I have a challenge with my resident artist coming up in September where we all have to take the same box. I ordered everybody the same boxes, and like these came in a set of 5. So I ended up sending the 2 biggest ones to everybody and keeping the 3 smallest ones for myself. So I've got a lot of boxes that I'm going to need to do projects on, and probably gifting them. So I think for now I'm going to leave it like this, imperfect, because I can always go back and fix it. But I think I want to do that for now. Now, I want to do is, I want to take my white sand, which is my white metallic, because it'll give me, it's going to show the Harlequin, and at the same time, it's going to give me kind of that tone on tone. And one thing is for sure, if it's too, what's the word I'm looking for? Like too light, right? I can always go back in with an artist brush even and paint in where I need to. So this is like almost dry. Hold on one sec. I'm going to dry it real quick over here. It's almost dry. There. Okay. Make sure you can see that. That's the hard part, not seeing. Trying to figure out where the camera is on this, right? When you're working like this. All right. Grab my rag. Something really important when you're stenciling, you want to load your brush, but then you want to offload it. So this way what happens is the paint doesn't get underneath your stencil. So what I'm going to do is I'm kind of lining it up. I could do it that way too, right? No. No. Okay, I'm going to line it up to where we've got the full. And what I like about this stencil, it already gives you the illusion of missing areas. So I'm going to line it up like that, where I kind of have the half diamonds down here. And I like to stipple. To me, because I can control it, and I want to see what's underneath. There are times I don't, but on the most part, lately, lately, stippling has been my favorite. Ooh, that's going to be pretty. Okay, this is what I should have done. Like, oh no, it wouldn't have mattered, because that's part of, okay. Can you see that? And now what I'm going to do, right? We have the half, our little half our half diamonds. And what I'm going to attempt to do is keep the lid shut. I should have done this part first. I could have probably rubber band. You know what? Let me try something. I have these giant rubber bands. Here we go. And that'll keep it shut. There, see? Genius. Okay, back to what we were doing. So, right, I want to at least make sure I've got them aligned. Well, I think that's going to work. Just have to push it up a little bit. Okay, back to loading, offloading, stippling. And this isn't, like what I'm doing right now, the stenciling, is not the star of the show. The sunflower will be. Like I said, I'm super excited to show you what I'll be doing with that. It's going to be really cute. And this I'm going to just decided I want to just do like this. Oh, and I do have my computer. It's just... The paint does go on really smooth, Jade. I don't know if you've tried it yet, but it's self-leveling. So even on this cheap wood, I'm telling you, this is not expensive piece of wood. It's a craft box. Whoops. Gotta close it. Uh-oh. Getting my... See, I can't talk and chew gum at the same time. But anyway, It's so smooth. Oh, hold on. I think that's supposed to be like that. But let me just, there, that's better. And now this side. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use my rubber band again. Yeah, the only reason I took the latch off was because it makes it easier to stencil. All right, one more side. We'll decide if we need to do the back. Maybe so, huh? And I don't know if you've ever used our metallics, but these are gorgeous metallics. Very highly pigmented, which means the coverage is really, really good. Oh, what the heck? Let's do it all. Yeah, you're going to get really excellent coverage when something's highly pigmented because that's the whole purpose of the pigments. Now, some colors just naturally won't cover well, and that would be because the type of pigment, like the pigments that are used in our paints come from the earth. They're organic. They're not man-made. So just like when you buy artist paints, like next time you go to buy an artist paint, especially like the Goldens and all that, you will see a description of like the opacity and that kind of thing. And now I gotta grab me a Pixie protector. So anyway, yeah, it tells you like if it's opaque or translucent. So a lot of our really bright colors are going to be more translucent than some of the other medium shades or the darker shades, just because of the kind of pigments they are, but they're still great coverage. All right, so I better grab my glue. So, okay, the next thing is I need you to decide, because if this is going to be yours, are you listening up, everybody, right? If this is going to be yours, I'm giving you a choice of 3. We're gonna use these jewels as the middle of our sunflower. Won't that be beautiful? So you've got the gold, you've got the multicolor with the purples and the blues, and you've got just the rhinestones. So if you were to get this, which one do you prefer? Let me see if I can, there, I can see you now in my phone. Do you have a preference? I need some help here, folks, because we are going to be gluing the purple and the blue jade. I agree. It's funny, it won't be sentimental to anybody else, but all of these are one part of an earring that belonged to my mom. Her costume jewelry. My mother loved costume jewelry. See how much I have. And so when I thought, this is, again, it's a very small trinket box. Whoever gets this, I do not want you thinking it's big. It's not. But I want to make it special because it is small. Here, I'm going to show you. It's just shy of 5 inches. Like 5 by 3. And I want it to be special, so I'm giving you something from my heart, and that's a piece of my mom's jewelry. Believe me, it was kind of hard to think about parting with any of it, but I'm like, I have so much, and my mother taught me to share, and she would be so happy Whoa, did you see that? She would be so happy to see me doing just that. All right, so I want to do, before I glue that on, I have an idea. So and I want to show you what the petals are going to be made of today. Now, you can go on yesterday's live and watch how I use the Pixie dough and the molds. We don't need to do that today. I am using the Don't Leave Me mold with the Pixie dough. Hello, Phyllis. Hi, Ann. Hello, Laura. Hi, Maureen. So today's petals are going to be made out of a different mold. You know, I love showing all of you different ways to use these. I mean, why just use them just for the leaves or just because it's a flower, right? Why not do something like this? So I kind of played around with this earlier, and I think I like it. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I think I like it to the side because I'll show you, again, I'll show you what I'm going to do in a minute. Let me just kind of get these just to see. I even thought, we'll see how that goes after I glue them, but I thought to give it more dimension, it'd be really fun to layer the leaves as well. We'll play around with that after. So if I do this to the side, I thought it would just be kind of cute to show, like, right? Like the little leaf coming down in the corner. What do you think? I don't know which way. Does it matter which way you see it? This way or this way? Right? Just kind of, again, just gives it a little something. It balances. And that, oh my gosh, do you like that? I think that's so pretty, the Harlequin on there. Okay, let me put those aside for now. Put that aside for now. Let me glue my middle piece first, and then I know how I have to arrange my leaves. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Karen. Okay, so I can take these off for a second. And right there. I'm thinking I'm going to use this quick hold just for the middle. Don't ask me why. I think because I bought it for when I actually do something with all that jewelry. They're supposed to go on angel wings. So right there. Right? And yeah, I don't know if the quick bond will work on the clay, so I'm going to stick with my Tite Bond. And I apologize, yesterday several of you asked what I was using, and Tite Bond is one of my favorites, the Quick and Thick actually, because it dries quicker. There's also an Aleene's that I have that dries pretty quick. You just find your favorite. I know people that use wood glue. And I'm just like that, right? And try not to move the center. That center is so pretty on there. I may have to make a box for myself with that, because I do have the other earring. That's why I thought, okay, it's easier for me to give up an earring, like half of an earring, than it is a brooch. My mom loved brooches. Oh my God, you would die if you are into costume jewelry and a collector, oh, I bet she's got, so there's got to be money's worth for what I have of hers. Some beautiful brooches, like big ones, rhinestones, that I will definitely have to keep for myself. Oh, it's gonna be so cute. I may have to even change my mind about, I was gonna make the petals just a typical you know, sunflower color, but I may end up maybe using all of our metallics. Wouldn't that be beautiful to have? Let's see. I'm just playing with this. I'll have to make more if I'm not sure I like the idea. Kind of I'm kind of starting to lose. I think we're going to leave it one layer. Are you all okay with one layer? Do you think oh, Jade, I didn't even show you I have Pixie dough. So Jade, this is Pixie dough. Let me just take it out and show you real quick while that's setting up. So when it comes out of the bag, it's kind of like, right? It's so fun to work with. And what I do is I like to roll it in my hand for a little bit, because you can see it does all that because of the moisture. And we've got a lot of humidity in our air right now, so I think it makes it a little worse. So when I play around with it, it takes some of that humidity out, but it's like a big marshmallow. And then you would, you know, do the same thing. I mean, I'm not going to grab the cornstarch, but some of these have cornstarch in them, so let's see if I can pop them out. But you would do it just like you would your other brands, like your clay, your paper clays. Now see, I've been using molds for years, or casting molds, whatever you want to do, and I have never ever liked paper clay. I end up using so much of it, and there you go. You can pop this in the freezer. You can let it set up depending on how deep your mold is. Like something like this, I could pop it in there for 15-20 minutes. It'll set up, pop right out. Most of our molds are super deep, so like my rose is really deep. We have a giant, I'll show it to you real quick. We have a giant rose. You can see how deep that is. I put this in the freezer the last time because I wanted it to pop out really easy. But anyway. All right, now, oh, I forgot this little one, right? You know, do you like it like that? Does that look good? Yeah, I'm gonna leave it one layer too. Yeah, I think it looks the best, Jane. And it's already gluing, staying put. I don't know, let me grab something here. I don't know, would this be, it's not quite the right color. Would that be too much if we added a little, or maybe just keep that and not the leaves? What do you think? Jade, you have an opinion? So far you did good on the purple. Maybe it's not the right shape. I don't know. I guess I could always come back to that. And what's funny, like, this is actually has like a little leaf right here. That's why I'm thinking it could just be a cute little add-on. To that. Leaves only, yeah. Right, kind of gets too much. Okay, I gotta put this one on now. Let me glue him on. Or her, might be a her. Don't know. There. Whoops. All right. Let's just have it come. I like that, like coming out of the corner. All right. So, question now. I think because my original thought was maybe to do the yellow with the periwinkle, because I think that looks really pretty. But now I'm not sure. Could do something totally different, like looking at the deep purple stones. Could go figgy pudding, maybe with some white. Is that too tone on tone then? You know what? What's the worst that can happen? I don't like it, I paint over it. And I layer it just like I did yesterday. So I'm going to just start with... I'm just go for it. And I'm going to use my glaze just like I did yesterday. This, it's like my miracle product. Grab a brush. And I'm just going to grab my cat's tongue. Now, I'm going to keep this figgy pudding really sheer. Not figgy pudding. Honeycomb really sheer. Now I'm seeing the white under it, maybe. I even brought out some key lime pie that could have been maybe pretty, but then it'll look maybe too much like a leaf. I don't know. Okay, let's just keep going the way we're going. Because that looks pretty. And I do love to layer these. And then and probably what I'll do anyway is I'll come back over everything again with the white sand because it's really pretty. Hey, Betty, you're back. We're gonna just play. We're playing again. This is how I work. This is how my mind works. You know, until we get okay, I may end up changing my mind on this. Now that I think about it, I could grab my One Benny cocktail and make my petals a little, you know, a little more bluer. But I have to remember it's a sunflower, right? So I don't want to go too crazy. Seeing that I did use the leaves for the petals, I don't want it to look like leaves. I'll have to come back. But it's pretty. Just gonna kind of wing it. A little bit of violet lemonade, I know. But when I mix it, with some honeycomb. I have to be careful because what's happening right now, I already see it. I'll be coming back over it. Don't you worry. I'll come back over it with maybe even marshmallow a little bit, right? Because actually what it looks like, it looks more like fall leaves is what it looks like. Maybe come back. That song, Baby Come Back. Who, okay, Michelle was playing a game. Like, who remembers this song? Oh my gosh. How about, do you remember the band Player? Baby, I cannot sing, so I'm going to spare you. But it's by a band, and probably an 80s band, by the name of Player. I liked their music. Because they had like more like ballads. So you go back over it with the marshmallow. Oh, I better keep track of time. You know, I get so lost in what I'm doing. That I lose track of time. You know, I'm thinking originally, I'm like, oh, this project, I'm going to end up finishing it in half an hour because it's so little. You know. And I do love orange sunflowers. So now I'm using what is it? Candy papaya. And I may go back over it one more time with honeycomb, just to bring underneath it. But, you know, I want them all to be muted. But I think when I use the white sand over it, it'll really make it look pretty. I think I need Christmas cookie, just to darken those other leaves a bit. I mean, you can see I barely want to touch this. And then after, what I can do is I can go back in with my brush and this periwinkle color that I made and just paint like maybe inside. Let's see. Actually, even this works. Actually, that works even. All right, so let's go back. And just that's better, right? I tell you, it's a game trying to get the right balance. It's a layering game. That's pretty. It's more of a white, very muted sunflower, which is pretty against this. So let's, whoops, take our white sand and layer on top of that, because I think it could be really pretty. And if it's too light, I could even, maybe even come back with some gold or something. Ooh, it's pretty. Oh, that's pretty. It's just catching. I'm telling you, white sand, oh, it's just such a versatile metallic. It gives you that kind of a pearlescent look. I don't know if you can see that. Well, I hope the person that gets this will like it. Oh, that's pretty. So I'll have to find my latch and put it on. So are you liking it? Oh, you know, I have time. Now maybe what I want to do is put the latch back on. And now I'm going to try something. I had even, remember right, I painted the latches. Everything was painted in the marshmallow. I'm going to paint the latch in white sand. Just to give it that glow. And I think it's easier to paint it right now than it will be when I attach it. That way I don't have to try to paint around it. And then all I have to do is paint the little screws. And I'm going to just dry it real quick over here because I would like to, I mean, I can get this done other than sealing it. Oh, it's hot. Haha, so hot I made the paint bubble. But it looks kind of cool. Okay, let's see if I can screw these back on really quickly. And I can see, oh, these are baby screws. Oh my. Let's see if if I can find the hole, might. I can see it there, and I can see it there. Okay, we're on our way, folks. Jill, you like that? How I use the Pixie dough for the petals? You know, I actually have a sunflower mold. When I was ordering our molds, I asked for a bunch of samples, and I didn't like it. It was just way too flat. And so one day, it's been over a year ago, year and a half ago, maybe more. Well, no, we would have just gotten our molds in. I was working on something and I wanted a sunflower. And I thought, you know what? Why not take the succulent garden and the petals. And the petals could be from Swirl Me. That's what I did. And then this time, of course, I didn't want to do the same thing I did yesterday, so it came to me this morning, like, why don't I use the leaves to make petals? You know what? We use what we've got, right? And then we can show our customers other ways to use their products. Almost. Not quite. Okay, come on now. Come on now. Right? Is that gonna, oh, am I doing that the wrong way? You know what? Oh, but wait. So that I may be doing the wrong way. So something's not happening right here, folks. But don't you worry, I'll figure it out. That's why I left. You know, have you ever done cabinet work? I used to do cabinet work when I was a contractor. Oh my God, it would drive me crazy when I would, like, the hinges were off. There we go. This one was never on here straight to begin with, so it'll be all right. It's just a trinket box. It's nothing fancy. All right, that worked. And I think I want to seal it with force field because it's going to make it nice and shiny. So force field is actually our premium sealer, but trying to find the right brush. It also has the highest sheen, so I thought this is the sealer I want to use. It's the one I used on my pumpkin from last night's live, and it's so pretty. And I'm just using my turquoise iris brush. It's a small project. I don't need to pull out a big furniture painting brush for this. And I'll put a couple coats. We'll let the first coat dry, and then probably tomorrow I'll put on another coat. Oops, I got some. There. Got some key lime pie there. Here we go. And here, this is my problem. I'm heavy-handed. I load my brush. Bad idea, folks. Do not do that. You want thin coats, even on these little projects. Thin coats. I tend to overload my brush, like I said. That's another reason why I've never been good at sealing. And even when I was a contractor, I had employees that did my work, my cabinet work, because they could spray. I didn't like to spray either. I wanted to do all the fun stuff, the walls and all that. Oh, I don't even know if you can see. I'm sorry. I forget. We're so limited. Alrighty. Okay, who's still with me? Who is still on here? Jade, are you still here? What do you think if you're still here? What do you think? Yeah, I'll do a couple of coats of the sealer. Is it still off camera? Jade, I need you to message me your address because I would like to gift this to you. You were the one to respond about the middle and how you wanted the single leaf. So I would love for you to have this, Jade, if you would like to have it. It would be my honor to send it to you. I appreciate all of you so much. Several of you have won things from me, so it's really nice that I can send something to somebody that hasn't. So Jade, if you would like to have it, I would love to send it to you. So I just need you to message me your address. So there you go. It's really cute. You know, and you can, and I'll seal the inside as well. I just will let that dry. But here, let me just flip the camera. Whoa, here I am. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Congratulations, Jade. I'm honored that you joined me tonight and can't wait to get this out in the mail to you. Everybody have a great evening. Stay tuned for Jill, because you know she always has fun projects too. Bye, everyone.